what's really burning on the mind here in the world of college football?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot we can talk about, and we won't spend a whole lot of time on each thing, but next Saturday, San Jose State, USC at the Rose Bowl. That's just going to be, I mean, USC is probably going to absolutely do a number on them, but I am watching. And then you're right. I mean, until the following weekend, we really don't have a ton of games there. Friday, there's some games as well. What's interesting actually is that the very first game of the year is August 29. USC's playing, and then on Friday, that following Friday, September 4th, USC's playing Fresno State. So before Tennessee even plays, USC has 2 games under the belt. That's
Mm,
pretty
yeah,
that's pretty interesting. I didn't see that before,
interesting.
but we'll go ahead and move on. So I'm going to show this slide right here to those who are watching on your portrait and those that are on horizontal now watching from your laptop. You're able to see this. This is Dae'Quan Wright. So let me read something here. If you've been looking on X, you've been seeing a weird formation of words where there are NFL players entering the transfer portal. And so I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible because I am as confused as the rest of you. So back in due to eligibility, NCAA eligibility rules, NFL players are entering the transfer portal. Why? Because
Entering.
on entering July 31st, it gave a Colorado judge gave 20,000, oh my goodness, 2022 class a bonus 5th year of eligibility, but excluded anyone who had signed an NFL contract. However, people started filing lawsuits, and then a Louisiana judge challenged that exclusion and granted a temporary restraining order on August 19, saying you can't enforce that. So it's a continual mess in the NCAA. They try to do something and then they don't realize the implications of the things that they're doing. And then you have weird things like this man, Dae'Quan Wright, out on the field practicing pre-game for a preseason game against the Buffalo Bills when he is in the transfer portal to play another year of college football next year. Other notable names: TJ Harden, ex SMU, cut by the Seahawks. He's looking to go back in. Anthony Hankerson, ex Oregon State guy. Trent Hendrick from James Madison. And then there's some other names on there but it's an absolute mess. Real quick before we move on, what are your thoughts on this? Are you cool with NFL players? Does it
Well,
matter?
I saw Texas Tech today was going after oh shoot, Florida State, Boston College quarterback
Castellanos?
Castellanos. It's just weird. There's some sports where I feel like once you play professionally, you're no longer can be treated as an amateur. Now you could argue and say, does a preseason game count as professional status? Probably not. But you've been in an NFL environment for the last couple months, so I don't know. It's a mess. Just embrace the mess and hold on for the ride because honestly, this might not be the weirdest thing that we see. Over the next couple years, it feels par for the course. And by all means, hey, I when I see teams that signed a random player, I'm like, are they going to stay on this team for preseason into the season, or are they going to go back to Ole Miss like your boy right here? So yeah, I mean it's par for the course in the NIL era that we currently live.
It's a wild world. All I know is that in Campus to Canton, if Dae'Quan Wright gets back onto a college team, I'm tracking that boy down because I need some tight ends, man. All right,
Well, he
moving
should be
on, moving
right.
on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So we're going to go ahead and move on. So there is a few NCAA teams, college football teams that dropped new uniforms. So Baylor going back with some throwbacks. We got Missouri with also some throwbacks. I don't know what year they used those. These ones are from Texas Tech. Patrick Mahomes apparently created these, and I have a billion other thoughts about just Texas Tech glazing Mahomes and for just
Yeah.
move on. Just
Yeah.
move on. And Tennessee with the General Nayland Smokies. So, Kevin, which ones are your favorite?
Gosh, you got to go with either the Baylor Chrome Dome, or the golden. Yeah, look at that Baylor helmet. That is sweet. I've always liked the Baylor color scheme and the helmet combo, and the fact that they use a lot of different jersey combos. You love that. And then I like Tennessee. I like the architecture on the shoulder caps. I didn't notice that detail at first. I really like from the helmet down. I think that they should take this helmet and throw it in the trash. But I do like the Smokies. The helmet, I think nobody, whether it's Illinois or the Green Bay Packers, should be using, the leather head looking helmet. It's just not. Do a little scrimmage, two-hand touch, go out there and wear some leather helmets. Don't be trying to make a shiny plastic helmet look like a piece of leather. It's just not a good look in my opinion. And do I sound
Yeah.
like an angry old, recliner fan? Probably, but I'm just gonna that's my take on it. How about you? Which unis do you like the most?
Well, I'm a Vols fan, so I love the Vols ones. Not as much as last year's Smokies. I like last year's Smoky Grays a little bit more than these, but honoring General Nayland is pretty sweet. I think I'm going to go Missouri. I like
Mm.
the clean, just the white M on that dome, just simple colors. I think less is more. I think that's why Penn State has some of the best uniforms in college football, is because it's just simple. If you wanted to know the one I hate the most, I'm going to put Texas Tech up there
I knew
because
it was coming. I knew
Lord
I
have
knew the
mercy.
Mahomes rant was coming, but go ahead.
Like someone came to me on Twitter or an X and was like, "You're just mad that your team doesn't have, an alumni as big as Patrick Mahomes." And I was like, "Oh, I'm pretty happy with Peyton Manning. He just doesn't feel the need to come in here and have, uniforms designed by him." So I just think that Texas Tech is doing everything wrong this offseason. It's been one story after another. And to me, this is just par for the course. They are embracing the, Texas Tech against the world. And when they put these Mahomes uniforms on, it's gonna fully encapsulate that for me. So we'll go ahead and move on. Other news: Brett Venables, OU fans out there, Sooner Dan. I know you gave your thoughts on this. He is Oklahoma has agreed to a new 6-year contract with Brett Venables through 2031. Let me get that Brett Venables back up here. So through 2031, leading after leading the Sooners to a 10-3 season and a college football playoff appearance last season, this deal is expected to average more than 10.5 million per year. Real quick thoughts on this. I know neither of us are Sooners fans, but what this man has done, the big games that matter to Oklahoma, do you think Oklahoma fans are pretty excited about this deal or no? Because 10-3 is nothing to be ashamed of. But did they beat Texas? And did they win the college football playoff? I think those are the things that matter the most.
Yeah. I hear you. And I was on side. This is a gross overpay to start. And then I saw that video. Shout out the Oklahoma Sooners social media department. They're doing it right. Did you see that video today?
No.
It's like the Friday Night Lights theme down to the radio voices, the ambiance music. Like go ahead and watch that if you haven't watched it after the sideline podcast, everybody, of course. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I joke. But not actually do it. Anyway, that video from the Oklahoma Sooners was awesome. Had me wanting to run through a brick wall for the Oklahoma Sooners, and I'm not even a Sooners fan. So I was kind of out, but them talking about that defense, going to have the best defense in the SEC. Again, go watch that video, and then you'd be like, all right, maybe this guy is worth $10 million a year. He's going to have an elite defense, which we've talked about it before. NFL, college. If you get hired because of a specific side of the ball, you better have a good, you better have a good defense if you're Brett Venables. And he does. He's recruited the right guys. And if they can play nasty defense in the SEC, with a John Mateer at quarterback, like why not the Oklahoma Sooners this year? So I was out on the 10.5 million, but you know what? That social media department, they're doing work, and I'm back in, Sooner Dan. I'm back in on the Sooners this year.
Okay. Well, I think it's still an overpay, but we'll see by the end of the year. I think even if they get blown out in the college football playoff or don't make it, if they beat Tennessee or beat Texas this year in the Red River Shootout, they will be able to satiate the hunger of the Sooner fans out of Norman, Oklahoma. So we'll see. I like Brett Venables personally as a coach. I love defensive minded coaches, but the results have to be there. However, you could say the same about Steve Sarkisian. I know that there's a lot of thoughts about whether that man should be around or being paid too much as well. But he has gotten the best of the Sooners last year anyway, and some national title hopes this upcoming year. So last thing, and this is my favorite because we got ourselves some AI slop.
Oh my god!
Do you know? Did you hear this story? I
No,
asked AI to help me make this.
I can tell. I can tell.
Can you really tell that this is not real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you are a
this is
legend.
Eric Morris. Thank you, Coach Eric Morris for Oklahoma
Don't even
State.
want to change the slide because it's so good. But
Yeah.
wow, there you go. If you're watching on the portrait, listening on the portrait, there you go.
You get to
that
see
armadillo.
that. So apparently, last week, Coach Eric Morris said he shot an armadillo that was tearing up his yard and flower beds after spotting it during a sleepless early morning walk. He later texted his neighbors to apologize for the gunshot and joked, "Oh, I lost it here." Apologized and joked about Oklahoma State's pistols firing slogan. So Oklahoma State with their little pistols. So I just thought there's no way we can talk about college football and not bring up this story because I'm not sure it's the most college football story that I think you can have.
Maybe of all time. That is
Of all
down
time.
to the the pokes up and the slogan and all that. I mean, just what a run there for. Yeah. When I saw that armadillo, I had to go and find what the story was because like, what is this armadillo? Like I thought it was a mistake or something at first, but no, it is a college football story. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. And
that's a
that's the
doozy.
end of the college football storylines, man. Those will continue to obviously pour in as we start the season. We'll be doing this next week after USC plays San Jose State. So we'll have more to talk about.
And I think you kind of answered it there. I mean, should NFL players be allowed back in college football?
No.
Yeah.
No. There are I don't know. I just think that it's kind of one of those things where it's like, at what point do you stop saying, well, I like if you talk to these guys they were playing in 2010 who were punished for receiving a flight to a game when they were being recruited or for getting a couple $100 extra from somebody and they were punished or thrown off the team. And it's like, at what point do you say, you know what, like, moving forward, this is the rule, but we're not going to grandfather people in because it's a different time and a different place. So we can't go back in time and give Ted Ginn Jr. money for things that he did for Ohio State. So I just think that at some point you have to say, you know what, this is just how life is. It's these lawyers. Truthfully, I feel like it's lawyers trying to make money. And I think players are just trying to say this is not fair. And really, truly, like life is not fair. And so we were born when we were born. The rules of the game are the rules of the game when we are eligible for different things. So I just think people got to move on because this is a waterfall effect that really has no end.
And then again, this is I saw somebody today. Well, two things: Jaguar, Joey Aguilar as the Jaguar for the Jaguars. I mean, is that not? I was mad I didn't come up with that. That was so good. Wasn't he fighting for an extra year in of college of eligibility for the Vols? And so I'm like, is he a candidate to go back and say, you know what, McIntyre, Faison, you guys can't figure this out. Who's the starter? I'm the captain now. Like, why not? I don't know. Is that possible for him or is he not? I mean, in my mind, if you've signed an NFL contract, you've gotten paid. But again, these college guys, they've signed contracts, they've gotten paid. So the lines are blurred. But Tyler is a good one here from Tyler. He says they can't go back, plain and simple. I think that's well said there from the Diesel. No matter how much he wants Mendoza back on Indiana, can't do it. Omar Cooper can't do it. Let's be
And
honest,
no
Tyler.
matter
If
no matter how
Omar Cooper was
bad.
like, you know what, I'll come back for one more year, they'd be like, okay,
Well,
let's come on
that's the
back and
other
make
thing
this
you want to
happen.
play this hurt. Like Omar Cooper on the Jets, Dae'Quan Wright on the
Yeah,
Browns. These are guys
yeah,
that are probably also like, you know what? I don't like my landing spot. I
yeah,
want to try again and get on another team. It's just, where does it end?
yeah.
Where does it end? And I love that it keeps coming back to the Eric Morris armadillo. We're going to leave that on the portrait because
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, even though it's not what we're
We're
talking
gonna be
about
talking
anymore.
NFL stuff, and that armadillo is gonna still be showing up. But one more here from Tyler Hoover slinging some pure back shoulder throws. Yeah, that would be, hey, if Omar comes back, that would be good. But all right, let's keep it moving here. I think that's, yeah. I'm excited for college football too. One more week. We've got some games next week, and I can't wait. I can't wait to wake up on a Saturday and be like, you know what, we got some college football today. And I know for you, it's going to be even more. We just need to make sure that baby of yours doesn't come on Saturday. So you figure that out with the missus. We obviously will celebrate the birth whenever, but cannot be Saturday, and it definitely can't be the next Saturday when Tennessee plays, or we gonna have issues. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
going to be pulling a Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings where like he's standing on that bridge and he's saying, "You shall not pass."
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Don't I would not advise that, but yeah,
No.
that would be all right. Let's yeah, I think that's all we got for that. Yeah, again, we've got some, well, we'll throw it over to you. Why don't you take it away?
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining us tonight at the TSP community on YouTube and socials. We're here to build community. We love talking ball. We love being responsible sports fans and talking about whatever is trending. The goal for this next season, as we enter our third football season as a podcast, because we're not going anywhere, is to continue to engage the community. If you're a fan of a certain team, you probably, chances are, you know more about them than we do. So we're going to reach out to you, and we'd love to have you either on the podcast or the live stream, send in some audio, however you want to engage and hype up your own team and tell us why they should have won or made it to the playoff or whatever. We want to engage with you because we are all about building community here at the TSP Community Sideline Podcast. So